So, let me just tell you the story really quick and I'll get into detail with all of this stuff and why I'm making this video. So, like 2 weeks ago, a day after it rained, I decided Two-Bit needs exercise because I haven't ridden him in like 2 days or so, and I try riding him every single day to keep him like into me riding him, and he literally just started jumping, but we're not on that topic right now. So I was carrying him across the yard from that corner area by the chickens and the bunnies all the way to the front yard and next to the driveway, but I don't ever carry him on the blacktop. No way I would do that. That is terrible for horses' hooves, and he does not have any shoes on, but as I always do every single day, I pick his hooves and brush off the top of it so I can put on hoof hardener before I ride him, so it just gives him a little more protection. But as I was getting him down to a trot, and right before he was about to walk, he slipped in a mucky part, except I walked over the whole course I usually take him through, and it wasn't mucky, but after a while it probably did, and so he slipped and he fell on his side like this, on his side, you know what I mean. And so then I flew forward far enough away from Two-Bit so that when he fell, his hooves wouldn't hit me, or he wouldn't fall on top of me. And I got close enough to Two-Bit that I didn't hit the driveway. And so he is fine now. The first thing, guys, if you ever get into this kind of situation with any kind of animal, they fall or something on the ground or at when they didn't expect it, the first thing I check for always when a Two-Bit falls is for rapid blinking, and that is the first sign of a head injury. And so I checked for rapid blinking. He was blinking his usual speed that any horse would blink, really. And so then I felt all down his legs, on his hooves and all that stuff, checked for his hooves to be cracked, because if the horse gets their hoof cracked, that is really bad, and you need to call your blacksmith, vet, whoever can help you with that, which is why I really wanted to get him shoed after this incident, and I haven't really talked to my mom about it, but I will today. And so the first sign of a fracture, sprain, or break in the horse's leg is any heat. And if there's one spot with a little too much heat than a usual horse's body temperature, then that means they probably injured themselves. So I was very relieved when I didn't feel any heat, didn't see any rapid blinking. He was a little shaky because he was scared. He has never fallen like that before. When I was riding him, he nudged me like, "Are you okay?" But then in the end, I just walked him around the lap to cool him off. And I did not walk him in the same spot. I just walked him around the barn. Then I groomed him and put him back. And guys, since it was pretty chilly outside, I couldn't give him a bath to clean him off. So the next day when I was riding him, and yes, there was no mud, everything was dried up, and I made a new course. And so guys, his entire stomach was covered in mud. The side of his face was, and his neck was. And so that day it was really hot, and I did the same thing, except I made a wider circle around the yard because I didn't want him tripping again. So I just I couldn't get all of the dirt off of him, so at the end, since, as I said, it was a hot day, I gave him a little spray down because I couldn't find any shampoo. But yeah, let's get into why you shouldn't ride your horses in bad weather or after it rains. The reason is horses could easily slip and fall like Two-Bit did and break their legs, or they could get a head injury, and if they slip enough, they can break their neck by rolling over on top of themselves. So that is a big no-no to ride your horse after it rains. But if it was only like the tiniest little sprinkle, like the ground isn't even wet from it, there's no water anywhere left over, then that's fine, because there was just a little sprinkle a few days ago and I rode him through it and he didn't slip at all. But yeah, I just really wanted to get into why it's so bad for the rider and the horse who ride through bad weather. And like, for people, I saw this one TikTok on YouTube, because I don't use TikTok because, I mean, it's like a tracking device on your phone. And so I like watching equestrian TikToks. And so so one girl said, it's about to storm, are you going to ride your horse? And the other girl said, yeah, it doesn't matter. And like, this just proves how ignorant people can be about the safety of their horses. And a lot of the times, the horse is always blamed. Oh, he didn't have the right footing. He wasn't ready. No, like, it's the rider's fault that the horse fell, because the rider is the one who brought them through the rain or the storm or whatever muck. But I didn't realize there was any real muck there because I walked through the whole course, because I always do that before I ride Two-Bit. I make sure that the whole course doesn't have mud on it. And so yeah, I just really wanted to talk with you guys about it. And also, here's a little, I'm just going to tell you what the whole video, the next video that I make is all about. I am going to make a jumping video, because I just recently taught Two-Bit to jump. So that I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!